Please welcome Holly Willoughby. How does it feel to be at the centre of Cleavage Gate?
It's just the weirdest thing that's ever happened.
It wasn't even that low, was it?
Honestly, it's like I'm living in someone else's world the last 2 weeks, and they're talking about someone. I feel like this might just be a big ploy. Someone's going to go, we got you, didn't we? We got you
Did you feel that, well, this dress is a bit daring, but it's fine? Or have you worn dresses that are more daring? I mean, on the scale of...
I mean, this is our third series now, and I wear the same style of dress. I mean, my body is such that it dictates that it suits certain things, you know, and so all of my dresses have always been the same. And I think maybe because it was white, I don't know, maybe it's because it's
so not cleavagey. It wasn't cleavagey.
Thank you.
Do you know, I found the whole thing. I don't know if you... Would you not like to be taken a little bit more seriously? It's like, oh, it's a female presenter, let's talk about her breasts. I found it a bit tiresome.
Well, it does.
Well,
yeah, I guess so. I mean, it would be nice. I guess, yes, you're right. It would be nice if actually all the publicity was about something like, oh, isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? She did do a good job.
At her job?
Yeah, that would be nice. But it does, you know, unfortunately, those are the things that get the attention.
I mean, you have been, you know, your career has been sort of launched by your looks. You're very beautiful. You're a teen model, weren't you? But you've never sort of subscribed to the super skinny thing or been pressured to kind of get into that?
You know, definitely not. It's something, you know, I love food. You know, I love cooking food. I love all of that. And I will never be that shape. I will never bow down. I don't know whether that's what it was. I don't know whether it's because people are so used to seeing kind of these very, very skinny girls on TV. So when they wear that, if they wore that same dress, they might not have these bumps and lumps in them because they're so tiny. So I don't know whether it was because people suddenly saw
it's just so unusual.
A normal-sized girl in a dress and suddenly went, oh, she's, you know, showing off all her wares. It's like, well, they are sort of natural, am I?
So you like cooking?
Yes.
What about stock? Do you think life's too short?
No, I always make chicken stock.
Good girl! You see, proper girl eats proper food. If you eat proper food...
But I still do eat direct from the fridge as well.
Do you?
I quite often find myself walking into the kitchen, opening the fridge door and going, why did I just walk in here and open this? Oh, a bit of cheese, all right, lovely.
And do you and your hubby sit down? Yeah, do you sit down at a proper table? Or?
Not really. We are, well, if it's the weekend, we do, but more often or not, we do sort of sit in front of the telly and kind of, you know, eat.
You've got one of those trays with a bit of a cushion underneath.
No, I'm not 80.
Oh, we've got them. We have. They're very comfortable. They're very comfortable.
Do you like a drink, Holly?
I do. And I know when you were saying often it's somebody who might be a bit of an alcoholic themselves who puts people through a bad time when they don't drink. I'm actually quite like that. I sort of get... And I know it's wrong, but if somebody's sitting there and we come out for a night and a friend would go, oh, I drove, I kind of get a bit like... Why have you driven? We're supposed to be having a drink. We're supposed to be having a nice time. So, I don't know, I like to have a drink.
But people do have a nice time without drinking, though, don't they?
But I don't think it's to the extent that you're talking about. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not the type of girl that goes out and pukes up in a gutter on the way home. I'm just not that sort of person. But like I like to have...
I'm never sick. I fall asleep, but I'm never in the gutter. Well,
I like to have a drink. But not to.
But say you like. I mean, obviously you're married with someone. But if you were on a date, like you're going on a date with a guy, and he didn't have a drink, would you ask why? Like Joe would automatically assume he was an alcoholic.
I would be questioning why he wasn't, and and probably wrongly, instead of going, oh, maybe he's just healthy, maybe he just doesn't like drink, I'd be going, you an ex-alcoholic? Why can't you drink? I would be worried.
Now, in addition to Dancing on Ice, you're also hosting the sister show, which is Make Me a Star, isn't it? And this is for, correct me if I'm wrong, members of the public.
Yes.
It's not celebs, is it?
Yes, no, it's not
sort
celebs.
of X Factor on Ice, is it
kind of just like that. We're looking for anyone that can do anything entertaining on ice. So it's not just about somebody who can skate beautifully or pairs skating. It can be somebody who does magic or juggling or singing or whatever it is. We're looking for that. And basically, we're just asking people to get in touch, and then they can be in with a chance of auditioning for Torval and Dean. And then the prize is that they get to perform at the live final of Dancing on Ice next year in 2009, where I'll be fully naked, so it's worth tuning in.
I read somewhere that you like the show best when you're watching the celebs when they fall over. There's a bit of you that's kind of...
Well, you know, as long as they didn't really hurt themselves. I mean, Andy Peters obviously was the classic moment where he kind of took a real stumble. But it's quite funny. But it's when they hurt themselves that's not funny.
Do you at the beginning of the show, do you know, watch it as if you're a judge and think, oh, gotta go?
Yeah, everyone becomes a complete critic. I mean, from the sound men to the runners to the... We're all going, yeah, Triple Axel's not very good on that. And you can't help
Suddenly an expert.
Yeah, we're all experts in that studio.
So Dancing on Ice, Sunday nights on ITV1. Holly, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, my
Holly
pleasure.
Willoughby, everybody.
Thank you.